And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Station Grill at Melillo's here for the Lowellville Rockets show. DJ Oakley here. You know this guy, Andrew Manuel, the head coach of the Lowellville Rockets, the 9-0 Lowellville Rockets. And I told you, Coach, it's not going to take long for people to recognize and see that you're on the air. Welcome. First off, thanks for joining us. We got you. We got some of your ball players here tonight at this beautiful facility, home of, I hear, the Rockets, because there's a lot of after game press conferences that happen here in Lowellville. So thank you to them, and certainly thank you to you, my friend.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having us on.
Our pleasure.
Anytime you guys do great coverage, and
thank you.
Anytime we can feature our players or get them, some attention, we love to do it. But thank you for stopping down. And this, after our alumni game, we had an alumni game with, my team, my senior year, the 2002 team, the 1972 team. My father-in-law was on it. They hosted a little after party for us, and they treated us very well down here. So anytime we can draw some attention to some local businesses, we love to, because they got great food, great service, and a couple of great owners. So they do a great job.
I love it, and that leads right into our first question. I mean, this is a community, this is a village that loves Lowellville Rockets anything, and especially loves their football. What does it mean to a coach to kind of take it on and say, hey, I'm the lead dog of this, and we're going to make you proud. 9-0, awful proud this year.
Yeah, it's home for me. So, I grew up, a few blocks over.
Sure.
So it's one of those things where if you're from here, you understand it. If you're not, you really don't. It's hard for somebody outside of this community to come in and be successful, because, sometimes I don't think, the community's willing to have an outsider that sometimes they want one of their own, it looks like. And it's one of those where it's no fault of the guys that have come before me. It's just, it's a tough community that has, high standards. And, I hope we're meeting those standards this year. We're 9-0. We got some great players that are doing some great things. And so, I just want to make the community proud, because again, it's my home, and you always want to make your home proud.
When you turn around and you see those stands full of the blue and gold, do you ever take moments to kind of mental snapshot?
Yeah, honestly, when I'm on the sideline, I'm always looking for my wife. She was a Lowellville graduate. My son, my family, my sisters come to our games and support us. So, for me, it's always looking at the family. Obviously the community, that's for the kids. That's great, but it's for me, it's always about my family and how they support me, and they've always supported me. Growing up, coming to all my games. My parents were always there supporting me, and it's that's what makes it special. Is when we say community, we also mean family, and for that, we have older brothers on staff coaching. We have a dad that's coaching his son, and I think that's the great thing about high school sports, is you get that family aspect, and it's authentic. You get college coaches that say we're a family. When you're bringing guys from all over the country, it doesn't feel like a real family. And this trust me, this town, it feels like a family.
You talk about
the good and the bad.
Yeah, well, that's it too. You talked about authenticity. When you guys set kind of course for this 2022 season, there's a lot of people that said you were the team, and you guys have proved them right at 9-0. What were some of the early conversations to this year's seniors and this year's team about what and how good this team could be?
My goal was simple. I wanted them to be the best Lowellville team ever. It's out there for the taking. As a community, we've failed in the postseason. It's, we've won league titles, we've had undefeated seasons, but we haven't been a community that's had postseason success in football, especially. And that's our goal, is we want to go farther than any Lowellville team has went. This was the class that I thought could do it. We built up to it. We had great seniors last year that put us on the right direction. And, it just wasn't their time yet. It was, we talked about with those seniors is, as a program, you can't just build it overnight. You got to take steps to get to your goals. And those seniors last year put us on the path. And now these seniors are taking us there. And we hope that they're the group that has that breakthrough. And I think they can do it. Absolutely. I think we have the talent to do it. I have the staff that supports me in the ways I need to do it. And I think we have the community to do it. So, that's the goal, and that's the expectation.
Being a guy that's a history buff around here, what's this team's calling card?
As far as what we do well,
yes.
Obviously, it's we're aggressive.
Yeah.
We're aggressive in everything we do. Special team, we don't play not to lose. You see a lot of teams that's they're playing not to lose.
Yep.
We're not afraid. Like, if we're going to fail spectacularly. And so we're going to go out and we're going to do things that maybe are a little unconventional, that maybe are overly aggressive, but at the end of the night, we're going to go to bed and we're going to feel like we did everything we could to win the game. And that's kind of been my attitude since I got here, is that we're not going to let fear dictate anything to us, is that is that we are who we are, and we're going to accept it, and we're going to, we're going to dictate a lot of things.
I was really interested this week, as a lot of people I think were, with Mineral Ridge. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the lowest scoring output thus far this season, 21.
For us, yes.
Yeah. So from that standpoint, I know when I talked to the Ridge bunch, they said they want to be more physical than you were, and they certainly brought it to your front door. But walking away with a win after that, that's got to make you feel good about walking into those playoffs in a couple weeks.
Well, that's what the playoffs looks like.
Yep.
The playoffs isn't 80 degrees and sunny the first week of the season where we can spread it out and sling it. It's you got to be tough. You got to be physical. Teams are running downhill at you. You got to have a couple big plays offensively. You have to play good special teams like that. That's the formula in Northeast Ohio. If we were in South Florida, it'd be a little bit different. But I know where we're from. I'm from here, so I understand that. I understand what we have to do to be successful, and that was basically a free preview of the playoffs for us. Mineral Ridge gave us a great test, and we passed that first test. But there's more tests that we have to take.
Yeah, and one of those tests is coming up. Western Reserve, that's another physical ball team with a great head ball coach. Expectations for this week out of your guys?
It's senior night, so obviously, anytime we can feature our seniors and kind of send them off. I mean, obviously, it's not a send off, but anytime we can, make the night about them, it is a special night to, we're lucky we get a home game, but another home game in the playoffs. But anytime you can feature your kids at home, we want to do that. So, we're trying to put some things in that feature them, but at the same point, we've clinched a lot of things and accomplished a lot of goals, but there's still a lot out there. We don't want to share a league title. We don't want to have one loss. We don't want to let reserve in the playoffs. So there's a lot of things that maybe on our end that we've already sewn up, but it's more about, these are teams that for the last 10, 15 years have put it on us, and we don't want to share anymore. We want to take from them what they've taken from us for the last 10, 15 years. And that's really what this week's going to be about is taking something away from somebody else.
So it's interesting because we're doing a kind of a projection show on Friday at 10:30. And one of the projections we have early on is the possibility of you playing Western Reserve again next week. So from a coach's perspective, is it one of those things where you don't care what you show on tape this week because you're going to be the same team next week that you are this week? Or do you kind of keep some of those things close to the vest?
In week 10, we're as a staff, we're not afraid to show what we are and who we are, and then kind of make adjustments from there. So, we're not going to keep anything hidden. We're not going to play conservatively in case we see them again. We're going to go out and we're going to try to win this week. And if things don't go our way, then we sure as heck better try to win next week. So there's not much that we've kept hidden or kept away. I mean, we at this point we know who we are and we like who we are, and we're going to show it every Friday night. And we hope to show it this week.
Well, I hope you like who you are because you guys are a pretty darn good ball club. Let's talk about the seniors. You alluded to them earlier. How special is this group to this community, this team, this program, this legacy?
So, I mean, they're a group coming up that they were always successful. In the Little Rockets, they were successful. In junior high, they were successful. And, one of my first experiences, I was coaching middle school track at Poland, and we had a really good, junior high track team at Poland. And I saw these guys, running the 4x4 with some of the best kids I ever had at Poland. And they were every bit as athletic as those kids. And seeing that, it was, wow, like they're going to be special, especially at a small school. If you can keep that group of core kids at a small school, which it's hard to do when they're that talented. I mean, there was enough talent there that, you get some other schools, sniffing around trying to, we got better opportunities here. And it just so happened it worked out where, there was an opportunity for me to come down here and let these kids know that I'm going to put you in a position to be successful because you have all the talent in the world. At this type of district, you can be a star. And I let them know that from day one. And I think I've held up my end of the bargain, and they've definitely held up theirs. And I think the community knows that. That's where the expectations were. Is we had a little bit of a losing culture for a while there, whereas these kids didn't. Like they were kind of in that bubble of they've always had success, while maybe different levels didn't have that success, and so that kind of insulated from some of those losing habits that you sometimes see that permeate through a program. They really didn't have that because they were used to being winners.
So when you grew up a Lowellville kid, you understand the Lowellville way and what it's like to be from this area. These guys have won pretty much their entire lives. Not that they haven't faced adversity, but what kind of things have you shown them about, okay, you can still learn by winning instead of having to lose and figure out what to do right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always the mantra that, you learn more in a loss than a win.
Right.
So, some of the lessons we are still learning. There's things where even in a win where, I've been in halftime of games where, we have a continuous clock, we're winning, and I'm not happy.
Right.
And I make sure the kids know that I'm not happy because we're not winning the right way. We're not playing the right way. And the things we're doing, even though we're being successful, aren't necessarily going to be repeatable and lead to future success. So, that's been the thing this year, is that there have been a couple blowups in the locker room where, the kids come in, they're feeling good. And, after talking with my staff, hearing some things I don't like, and there's things we have to address, because, once you get to the playoffs, you can't, you don't get to learn from your mistakes in the playoff. Your lesson is your football career is basically over.
One game tournament.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where, I learned some lessons when I was in school, in the playoffs, and it's not a free lesson. There's a price to pay. So we're trying to, hopefully teach those lessons now so that they don't have to pay that price.
All right. 3 guys specifically that are here tonight. Let's start with Brady Banofsky. What's he mean?
He's unbelievable. He's one of the best athletes I've ever seen at a small school, one of the toughest kids I've ever seen. He's the kid that when I first watched Lowellville film that jumped off at me as a freshman. They had some special players. His older brother was a good player, obviously, Vinny, but he's the one that when you saw, he was a special kid. And every week, every play, he's competitive. He always does something astonishing for me, and I really think it's his competitive spirit that when I got to see him when his older brother Cole was on the team, everything was a competition. Who can flip a water bottle the best? Who can, tie their shoe the fast? Everything was a competition, and it's that type of competition that's what breeds winners, is when you're that competitive.
All right, let's move on to the next one. The Gronk of our area, Anthony Luceni. What does he mean to you?
Just one of those kids that he's good at everything he does. If you're going to play flip cup, or throw a ring around a something, he's going to be the best at it. And it's just one of those things where he's just naturally gifted. A good track athlete, good basketball, good football. Whatever he does, he's good at. Even on our football team, some weeks you're playing linebacker, some weeks you're putting your hand on the ground, some weeks we're splitting you out at receiver. He does all those things well, and it's just to have that type of talent in that size where you can do a bunch of different things. It's great. And
then you've got an above average defensive back in Vinny Ballone, who has 3 interceptions, and he's an okay quarterback too, with like 450 touchdown passes this year. What does a guy like that mean to you?
Obviously he's the engine that makes it go. We have these great seniors, but there's a lot on his plate. I don't know that I, as a player, could do what he does. He has more pressure most weeks than I do. I get to go out and coach, but he's the one back there. He's the one everyone's talking about. And when you're the guy that everyone's talking about, there's a lot of people that want to see you fail.
Yep.
And they're looking for anything wrong with his game, everything he does wrong. And there's people rooting for, as sad as it is, a high school kid to fail. And it's to carry that weight every week, but to back it up. That's the most impressive thing to me is, as a 17, 18-year-old kid, I couldn't do it.
Nope.
But he's doing it for us. We trust him with the offense. Defensively, he's a vocal leader out there. We try to not play him every situation just because there's a danger in doing that, but he's too valuable not to. Last week he had an interception. He made a couple touchdown saving tackles, and we got to ride with the guy that's our leader, and we got to trust that he's going to make the play and he's going to do the smart thing and put himself out of harm's way. Last week he had to return a kickoff, so we had our hands team out there, and he ran out of bounds. So he's just a kid that's always making the right decision, always making the smart play.
So a question I asked you before we got on camera was, as a member of the media, a guy that promotes these guys constantly, how do you not get upset when you don't see some of the accolades that your guys should be getting, the Mr. Footballs, the D7, first teamers, that kind of stuff that they should get and they should be no-brainers? How do you not get super upset and aggressive about that?
Honestly, that's not what it's about for us. It's, about team success and the lessons you learn in football. And those things are nice, and they are. And as a coach, you always want to feature your guys and give them attention. And local media like you guys and some other guys, they've done a great job of featuring them. I was getting some emails this week about people that want to interview Vinny. So obviously, it's like a son. You want what's best for them. You want them to have all that good, positive attention. But at the end of the day, it's, for us, it's about winning football games. And if those things come, they come. But we understand we're a Division VII school. We haven't won a playoff game. So it's, with Bo Brungard and Springfield and some of the accolades he got, that was because he made the run. For as good as he was statistically and as good as the things he did on the field, he was a winner. And if I can assure you that that if we're still playing at the end of November, we're going to get all the attention we deserve at that point.
If you're still playing at the end of November, we'll still be there for you. We're excited for you. One question I have for you, maybe something for the guys. What's one question you might want kind of answered from these three jabronis around you?
Oh, I'm used to answering questions. I'm not used to asking.
Is there
questions.
anything you want to know about them?
Oh, sometimes it's better not to.
I was going to say you might know too much already.
So I was going to say in Lowellville, there's a lot of things that I know that I don't think they're aware of. So to be honest, sometimes it's better not to know things.
Coach, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you.
9-0,
the Lowellville Rockets coming to a theater near you here on YSN. We'll be back right after this on your Sports Network.
Locally owned and operated, Sheely's relaxed shopping experience means browsing and lounging is always encouraged.
Find Flex Deal and more at Sheely's Furniture and Appliance, because the best things in life happen at home.
How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Station Grill at Melillo's. DJ Yoakley with you, as well as this guy, QB1, number 5, and this is Vinny Ballone. Vinny, thanks for taking some time out. I know you were just on with Ian O'Brien. We appreciate doubling up the coverage, but you can never get enough Vinny Ballone is what I've heard, and that's what your dad says as well. So we want to talk to you and just get off the record real quick. I mean, this has been an interesting, not only just 1 year, 1 season for you. This has been an interesting ride. I mean, we've had the narrative of, you've been here the whole time. You've just been in the shadows of seemingly everybody else. To have your coming out party, so to speak, here your senior year, what's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been real crazy. Everything through my senior year, I've been waiting for it. Junior year was a great year, but obviously didn't come out with a lot of success. I mean, we had a good record, but didn't win playoff games. So this year's been real special for me, and I've been waiting for it my whole life and just waiting to get some wins in the playoffs.
Is it crazy to have to train constantly like you're number 2, even though you're one of the best in the area? And I mean, it's like Coach said, it's kind of like the Tom Brady effect. I mean, you're so successful this year that weirdos want to see you fail.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just going out there every day, and I mean, people want me to fail, but I'm going to go out there and do my best and just do everything I could not to fail. Just show everyone, prove everyone wrong.
Where'd you get that drive from?
Mostly my brothers, my dad, because they're always pushed me since I was younger. They always tell me that just to be the best I could be and to do my best.
I heard you were a ball boy early on in life. I mean, how does that change? And we talked to a lot of great players that are ball boys earlier on. How does that kind of change your philosophy and like learning the game, learning how to act and who to be?
Yeah, just being around like my brothers when they were in high school playing basketball, football, just really got me to love all sports and just always be around be around sports and just really love them, you know?
You guys are crazy. You're all kind of multi-sport athletes, but you guys never take time off. What do you do to kind of chill out and relax? I mean, whether it's just after a game or if you get a couple weeks here and there during the summer or what?
Yeah, I really just usually hang out with my friends, but as you said earlier, I play the piano
sometimes. There he alludes to it. All right, so let's talk about the piano because I've heard that you're like a world-class pianist. Where did you learn it, and why did you learn it, and how did you keep up with it with everything you got going on?
Ever since I was younger, my mom, all my siblings took piano lessons, so my mom made me do it when I was younger. And then it's fun to do. It's cool, like to listen to these songs that you hear on the radio, and you're like, I want to learn how to play that, and I play it, and it sounds pretty cool. I like it.
So you can read music and everything like that? So like one of my favorite artists ever, Dave Grille, can't read music, but he hears it and then he can play it.
Yeah.
Your dad told me that sometimes he knows what you're playing and he's never heard you play it before. Are you like that too? You can hear it and just go on the piano and start playing?
Yeah, sometimes it's not like it's called a perfect pitch.
Okay.
And when you could like listen to something and then start playing it. But no, I don't really have that, but I could like sort of do it. I sort of know where the notes are, but I'm not really that good.
Do you just like sit down and start playing? Does it ease? Like, does it calm you? What does it do for you?
Yeah, just like I said, it sounds cool and I like it. I don't know, it's fun.
We're gonna have to have a Vinny Balone concert. What do you guys think about that? On the piano, we'll get some rockers out there. I mean, how does playing the piano correlate to playing offense for the Lowellville Rockets? I mean, you seem like you're out in your comfort zone out there, no matter the situation. Are you calm? It feels like you're calm. You're kind of like a duck. You know, everything looks good, but under the water, those feet are going.
Yeah, it's just you always got to be calm out there. You can't be panicking. You just gotta tell everyone everything's gonna be all right. You're just gonna run the plays how we're supposed to, and just got to win the game.
Are you a film junkie?
A little bit.
Okay, so how much film per week do you watch?
It depends. Honestly, how big of the game it's gonna be. Every game is a big game. But usually I watch a lot of film every day. Okay. Always on huddle watching film.
So OB told me, do you work out with OB first off? Because he keeps alluding to some Lowellville kid, and it's got to be you.
No.
You don't? Okay. It's okay. So it's your okay. Yeah. Got it. All right. Because OB we just never know. Like I told you, we never know where he's going to go with it. So from that standpoint, do you spend more time in the weight room or more time in the film room, or is it equal?
It's probably equal. I mean, you got to do everything when you're a football player. You got to be able to be in the weight room and watch film just to get out there and show everyone.
And people don't realize the sacrifices that you've made. Whoop, there we go. That's mine. That's on me. Anything happens in a live show, live setting. So from a standpoint of like people don't realize the sacrifices that you've made. I mean, you're playing football, then you're playing basketball, then you're running track. And there's most kids that are looking to be D1 or prospective quarterbacks are doing these showcases instead of running track. You've meant a lot to that track team, and you've sacrificed a lot to be part of that team. This is going to sound weird. Why?
Just like my dad, he's a real good big track guy.
Okay.
So just always want to like make him proud when I go out there and run track. So.
But your teammates, that has to be a big part of it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's go out there for my teammates, help my team. That just really drives me to go out there.
All right, these guys right here. I mean, I know they mean an awful lot to you. Yeah. Explain the relationship that you guys have off the field that makes being on the field together so successful.
Yeah, we've been friends since kindergarten. We went to the same school. Always been friends with each other. Always talked to each other. Even up till now, we're always hanging out with each other on the weekends, after school, after practice, doing everything together. And it really helps just being friends with your receivers when you're throwing to them because you have the same mindset as them. You're throwing to them. You know where they're going to be. They know that you're going to be throwing it to them on this play. So it's really great.
So let's get to, and we're not going to talk about specifics of recruiting, but the recruiting process, especially for your generation after COVID, has been incredibly painful because you just don't know what to expect. It's completely different than it was 2 to 3 years ago. For your specific process, it's got to be frustrating because you're putting up numbers. You've been successful for 4 years, and yet you're not. I mean, you're getting some letters, some offers, but you're waiting on those big ones to roll in. What does it feel like for you? I mean, frustration level, does that drive you? Does it motivate you? What does it do to you?
I mean, you got to go out there every game and show all these coaches what you really can do. And you show them that you can win games, go into the playoffs. You're not going to panic under pressure. You're going to play at your best potential at all times, even win some playoff games. And it's how it is.
Who's a quarterback that you look at and you say, I want to be like him?
It used to be when I was younger a little bit. It was Cam Newton, because he was a dual threat quarterback. He was able to run the ball, pass the ball. So that's usually who I look at when I was younger.
Just on the field, like not his style, right?
Yeah.
Or are we going to do a press conference after and you're going to wear some sweet looking gear?
Yeah, just on the field.
Just
usually.
on the field.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Your legacy. I mean, obviously you got big shoes to fill. What do you want people to remember about Vinny Ballone and the way you handled yourself on the field and off the field?
Just how he plays football, how he changed the game of Lowellville football. It used to be run the ball downhill, blocking, and then it just changed it all. Just pass the ball, put up big numbers, maybe get a couple of playoff wins. Never know.
I love it. I hope you guys do get those couple playoff wins. Last question. It's our obligatory question. Who's your role model, man? Who are the people that have put you in the situation that you're in today that you owe a shout out to?
Yeah, it's usually both my brothers, Nicky and Bobby. They push me through everything. They always set goals for me. They're always pushing me to be my best, and they do everything for me. So.
Vinny, appreciate you, man. Thanks for spending some time with us. Good luck to you this week and in the playoffs. We'll be back with let's go Anthony Luceni. We'll be coming back right here on your Sports Network.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley with you here at the Station Grille at Melillo's, the home of the Lowellville Rockets, and I'm joined by the big man himself, the Gronk, or I like to think more of a Travis Kelce type young man because he's an Ohio guy too. Anthony Luceni of the Lowellville Rockets, number 82 in your programs, number 1 in your heart. Anthony, you're the quiet guy. Well, at least here, not on the field because you make a lot of noise there. Talk to me about what it's like to be part of this team and expectations coming in for you and how things are going.
It feels great to be a part of this team, especially because, success hasn't been really good down here.
Sure.
In the last 20 years, like 2002, Coach Mamela obviously was probably the last successful team that they won 10-0, they won league. So going into this year, I think we really expected to be great, and hopefully that we fulfilled those shoes.
So greatness, everybody talks about greatness. It means something different to everybody. What does greatness mean for you from a team perspective? And then how do you feel you can best help this team achieve those goals?
Greatness to me is just, working as a team and getting better every single day. Just being better than the week before, practice to practice. I really think that we all work hard every day at practice. So I think greatness will come to us as we deserve it. So,
and then how, from your standpoint, how does what you do on a daily basis help achieve those goals? Like what things do you do maybe that other people like underclassmen don't see that they can grow into it and kind of learn from you?
Definitely put in extra work out of the season. Like you said before, we're all 3-sport athletes, so we're constantly on the move. So just really working hard every day at everything you do.
So one of the things that I've learned about you guys is I feel like the seasons roll in together, right? You've had an incredibly successful basketball career. Lowellville's turned it around in basketball as well, and you're a big reason for that. Do you have to learn to win? I mean, does that sound weird to say? Do you guys have to learn to win in one sport to kind of roll it over in the other?
I definitely think it helps because, like Coach Melillo said, we've been successful our whole lives. So I really think that confidence helps us go out there every time we play a game and every practice to really prove to everybody who we are and just how good we can be.
All right, dude, I've seen your agility, but I've also seen your physicality. Which one do you like more? You like lowering the shoulder, or do you like skeeting past DBs on the way to end zone?
Definitely physical. I like stiff arm. That's probably my favorite.
The stiff arm?
Yeah, that's my favorite move out of all of them.
Have you ever had like a Thanos moment where you just knocked somebody out of existence?
Last year against Waterloo, I had a good stiff arm, but I fell.
Oh!
So it kind of evens out. It's not really like I.
So they got the tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you tackled yourself basically.
Yeah.
This community is a phenomenal community and one that you guys certainly embrace. What does it mean to you to wear this jersey on a Friday night in front of all those people?
It means everything because I know that the community comes out to show us all support, and they, are just there because they know what we can do and how far we can go, hopefully in the playoffs. So it just means a lot to actually have this and have all the support of the community behind us.
What's nuts is you guys keep alluding to these playoffs. Coach, you've got it ingrained in them that no matter what, if they go 10-0, it's the playoffs. That's the ultimate goal and how far you go there. When did you guys start thinking about that? I mean, everybody wants 10-0 naturally, but when do you guys honestly start thinking, without looking ahead, start thinking that the playoffs is your time to shine?
Kind of Springfield was a big test for us. So beating them, considering their success in the last couple of years, going far in playoffs, that's kind of when I started to think of how far we can go because of how we played against them and just our potential. So, but Middle Ridge was also another big week. So realistically, probably like last week or so, I start really thinking in the playoffs and how far we can go and what we can prove to everybody.
Now, you said Springfield. Did I see a picture of Coach getting doused with Gatorade? Was that a legit thing? Did I see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a big win. I mean, anytime you can beat Springfield, and I don't care what kind of season Springfield's having, that's a big win. What were some other big kind of wins that you guys had this year? And I know every league win's big, but you guys look at every game as if it's almost like the Super Bowl. I mean, I feel like even with Western Reserve, we haven't discussed them a whole lot, but I know that you guys understand what's at stake with Western Reserve because of their history, their rich traditions. You guys are looking to reestablish Lowellville football kind of in 1 year and kind of, build your legacy on it. What does that mean to you?
Reserve, Springfield, and McDonald have kind of been just taking it to us these last 20 years. So, or even McDonald even longer up there. So it was a big win for us going up to McDonald and beating them there because that's the first time we have in a while. But also Ridge is a big one. Obviously Springfield, they played good teams. And then Waterloo to me, because last year we went up there and we almost lost to them when we should have, it should have not been that close, but they played physical and that was just a good test for us last year.
All right, so let's get off the field for a minute. Let's talk about the leaders in the clubhouse, so to speak. Who's the dude that has the jams going all the time?
It's different people all the time, really.
So you guys rotate DJs in the locker room, huh?
Yeah.
Who's the best?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Landon.
Okay. What's on his mix list that makes him so good?
I don't know. I just feel like it's just songs that everybody knows.
Okay.
So everybody's singing, getting hype in there before games. So
what's on your playlist?
Everything.
So, all right, if we were going to pick 3 songs from your playlist, what would they be?
Oh God. I can't really think of a lot, but I'm gonna have to say I like Rio.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to say probably his songs, or like Kanye is good for before games and stuff like that.
Good beats.
Yeah.
You like the good beats. All right. What is we talked about Vinny and how he plays the piano. What is your secret talent?
I don't even know if I have any, to be honest.
Oh, come on. You play 3 sports. You got to have a talent in there somewhere. Are you a good card player?
I'm all right. I'm not the best at cards. But
What's the game you guys play? Like when you're not, are you guys like video gamers, anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the game?
Probably Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay, so that's better.
Not a lot of people know.
I keep getting this weird like kids game. I forget what it's. Minecraft. All these kids keep telling me about Minecraft, and I'm like, man, this is weird. Like I'm with you in Rainbow Six. I can get behind that. Do you play Madden?
I used to, not as much anymore.
Not as much anymore. Who was your team on Madden?
Dallas.
Is that your team overall?
Yeah.
It's Jason Witten is who this is.
That's
we
why
figured it out.
That's why I wore this number.
Jason Witten?
Yeah.
Hard hitting Jason Witten. All right, I respect that. Who were some of the guys that you looked up to when they were in Lowellville uniforms when you were coming up?
My brother. He graduated in 2014. So probably him. I watched him play football his whole life. So that's probably the biggest one, I'd say. And then my cousin, Matt Vizdak, also.
Who's one of your guys that, let's not get crazy, who you appreciate on the other teams that you play against?
I don't really have any names in like specific, but definitely the guys that aren't cocky during the game, just play the game just to play it and have fun and just be competitive.
Very cool. Who is last question for you? Who's your role models, man?
I'm probably gonna have to say my brother. He taught me pretty much everything: basketball, my free throws, taught me how to play football. He introduced me to my trainer for track. So it's just everything with him. He just taught me everything growing up.
All right, you got to do me one last favor, okay? You got to look at that camera. You got to shout out your mom because she's always watching our shows. So shout her out because I know she's out there watching, and let her know baby boy's got an appreciation in his heart for her.
Thank you for coming to all my games and supporting me. And shout out to you.
Anthony Luceni, ladies and gentlemen, be right back on YSN.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we offer a worry-free experience for all our customers. From sales to financing and even service, we'll help build your perfect vehicle
and lock in your trade value
while your vehicle is being built.
No worries.
We guarantee financing,
regardless of your situation or credit history.
No worries. And when your vehicle needs service,
our award-winning team will get you back on the road.
No worries.
That's what going the extra mile means. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com or find us on Facebook.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to
Locally owned and operated, Sheely's relaxed shopping experience means browsing and lounging is always encouraged.
Find Flex Deal and more at Sheely's Furniture and Appliance, because the best things in life happen at home.
How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Station Grill at Melillo's, where it's the Lowellville Rocket Show right here on your sports network. We've got one of the best pass receivers in the entire area, Brady Banofsky. We were just talking off the air. I didn't even realize that was you out there. What was it, last year against Columbiana? What was it, 240 yards?
I think it was like 240 yards with 4 touchdowns.
Incredible. What a game that was. And you have lived up to the hype ever since that, young man. First off, thanks for taking time and obviously sitting here and eating and breaking some bread with us. But let's talk about you and let's talk about this team. You have meant an awful lot to this team as a leadership standpoint, as a pass receiver, and just as a general athlete. What does this team mean to you, I guess, is a good first question.
Well, at this point, it's like a family because I've been playing with them for like, I don't even know, 12 years pretty much, or whenever we started sports in 3rd grade. And so it's pretty much a family at this point.
So in the family, there's different roles for everybody. Vinny's counting on his fingers the number of years. From a standpoint, like there's the mom, the dad, and then there's brothers and sisters. Where do you fit in on this team? Are you like the joker brother, or are you like the serious brother? Which one are you?
I'd say I'm the daddy of the family.
You're the daddy.
I'm the daddy.
You got everybody cracking up now. All right. As a father, there's responsibilities and accountabilities. What are you most responsible for in this team?
Keeping all the young ones in check usually. Sometimes the freshmen act a little crazy. Have to put them in order.
Are you the yeller?
I don't really yell, but I'll just tell them like stop. They usually listen.
Do they not listen to Vinny or Anthony?
Oh, they listen to all of us,
but you more than anybody.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you're the daddy.
Yeah.
I like it. I heard you're an avid hunter.
Yeah.
And you like going out. What do you hunt and what do you hunt with?
Well, I'm hunting deer right now.
Okay.
And I use a crossbow.
Okay. So as Coach said, you got to give him a chance, right?
Yeah, gotta give him a chance. Using something else would be too easy.
What is it about the element of hunting that excites you?
Well, really, you get your like alone time. You just go out in the woods, and I mean, you have 3 hours just to think. I mean, even about football, you'll sit out there and think what you have to do the next day or the next week or playoffs, and you have a lot of time to think when you're hunting or fishing.
Oh, you fish too?
Yeah.
All right. So, what's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
Well, when I went to North Carolina,
Here comes the fish story, boys. Ready?
I caught a big tuna. I don't know the exact weight, but it was about as big as I am.
Your nickname is now the Big Tuna.
Big tuna.
The Big Tuna. I cannot wait. For all you Office fans out there, the Big Tuna. So from a standpoint of fishing and hunting, is it hunting and fishing and hunting? Where does football fall in on that depth chart?
I'd say they're all tied in importance to me.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Football might be a little more important as of now, because I have my whole life to do all the other things.
Sure.
Football, you only have a certain amount of time to do that.
What other sports are you in?
I'm in basketball,
okay,
baseball, and then I like part-time track. I go there sometimes. I went there to a few meets.
So you guys can compete more than one sport in the season, right?
What, you mean like double up on sports?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some schools you're not allowed to. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing.
We
But
can.
Lowellville, you can.
Yeah, you just have to talk to the coaches and make sure, like, you have to go to 2 practices a day. So you got to make sure all the times match up.
Cool. So what's your favorite event in track? And what's your favorite position in baseball?
Baseball, my favorite position is first base. And then in track, my favorite event used to be high jumping. But I would say long jump now because I did pretty good in the one meet that I went to.
So in my experience, first basemen are usually the guys that just chat it up.
Oh, yeah.
You're the
big talker.
Bubblegum guys or the sunflower seed guys that sit over there and whenever somebody gets on first base, you're just yakking it up.
Yeah, I always have a bag of seeds in my back pocket.
See?
You're right. You know something.
I know some things about baseball, especially. All right. So what's your favorite conversation over at first base?
Oh, boy. I don't even know. Probably about why their other players act some of the ways they do.
That works. That's always a good conversation.
Yeah.
Are you a trash talker?
No, not really.
Not at all. So like when you're out there and a DB's right across from you, you don't talk any trash?
It depends how they've been acting. I mean, if they're talking trash like the whole game, then I might get in a little word.
Do you just let your actions do your
for
talking?
the most part.
All right. So you're a very competitive young man. Obviously, you've got family. Who is the most competitive person in your family? Is it you?
I'd say me and my brother Cole are tied because we make literally everything a competition.
Okay, so explain to me the weirdest competition that you guys have ever had.
I mean, like, even just if we're getting out of the car, who can get in the house first? Just like that is the type of competitions that we have.
Not because you have to go to the bathroom,
no,
just because you want to whoever can get into the house first.
Yep, just for no reason.
That's insanity. Where did you get your competitive spirit?
I mean, probably him, just because he's my older brother. So we always, that's just what we did our whole life. That's where I got it from.
All right. What is your secret talent? We've got Piano Jones over here, and then Lou said he doesn't have a talent. What's yours? You have to have one.
Well, I guess you could say like diving off of diving boards. I'm pretty good at that because I have a diving board at my house, so I'm pretty good at flipping off diving boards.
So we can get like the Russian judge or the Canadian judge, and we can get like the 6.5 out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably. What's your favorite jump or dive off the diving board?
Well, I don't have like a professional diving board, but I've done a double front flip off my diving board before, so that's probably my
That's legit.
favorite.
And I'm hoping it's like a deep dive down.
I think it's like
10
9
feet.
I think it's 9 feet.
9 feet. Okay. That's for I'm not a swimmer. I mean, I don't know if you know this. I'm not svelte like you guys are. This body's built for comfort, not for speed.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of plans that you want to do in the playoffs. We've heard about it 3 times over from 3 great guys. Your take on the playoffs and why it's so important to you and your teammates?
Just because of the lack of playoff success that we've had in all years past. So we want to be like the first team to actually make a good run in the playoffs because that'll mean a lot, not only to us, but to the community and our families and everyone.
All right. It's going to mean a lot to the communities. What's the legacy? What's the one word you want people to describe this class, this team of 22 as when you guys are gone?
Aggressive. That would be the word I'd pick.
Coach has got you guys trained up very, very well. All right. I promised you I'd give you this opportunity. Who are your role models?
All right. Well, I picked another one in my Big 22 interview, but I have multiple. So for this one, I'm going to pick my grandpa because he comes to literally everything I do. Even my practices, he comes out there, he pulls up right next to us and watches us on the field. And he comes to every game, no matter what. Even the other day, he wasn't feeling too good. And he got up, went to the game, then went right back home.
Wow. That is dedication, my
It is.
friend. Learn a thing because Grandpa knows a thing or two. So, Brady, appreciate you. Thank you so much for the time. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all of you for supporting these Lowellville Rockets. And thank you to the Station Grill here at Melillo's for hosting us and for this great food we have coming in. Unfortunately for you, it's time for us to eat this food, so we will see you later. Thanks for stopping by, and thank all of you for tuning in here on Your Sports Network. We'll see you next time.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Clem.
Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience, WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
Or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.